Families and workers in the West African country of Senegal are struggling to find ways to make ends meet. It's a familiar and painful situation felt throughout the world. Transportation and food costs are rising, salaries are not. People in Senegal use these buses to go to work, school, market, mosque, or family gatherings. But the price of a trip has recently gone from 25 to 40 cents. That's a huge increase for people with salaries of about $1 a day. Mohammed Pop takes 4 bus trips a day between different jobs and his home in a poor suburb. He says he must work, so he has no choice but to pay for the costly bus trips. He says salaries are not moving at all. Worldwide, the rising cost of fuel is forcing many people to find new ways to get from one place to another. In developing nations, some people are giving up public transportation and walking to work. In richer industrial countries, expensive gasoline has led many people to leave their cars behind and take mass transit. Public transport ridership in America's big cities is up 5 to 15% over last year. Higher fuel prices are driving up the costs of many other goods and services, including food. Soaring prices have led to riots in 30 countries in recent months, leading to concerns about political stability. Mauricio Lopez drives a taxi in Miami. He came to the U.S. from Colombia. He says the price of fuel is threatening his livelihood.
This year we have really been pinched by our gasoline prices because basically all our income goes to buy gas. We recently raised our fares to help offset fuel costs, but that has just driven away some customers.
Spiraling oil prices are also having a profound effect on airlines, especially in the U.S. American Airlines and Delta Airlines have each lost more than $1 billion so far this year. Industry spokesman Jim May expects more trouble.
We are deeply, deeply concerned about the future of this industry, and for that matter, the entire U.S. economy, given the impact that high oil prices are having on every walk of life.
Airline expert Rick Shaney says fare increases will hurt business.
At some point, with the continued price increases, the prices will be going up to the point where people will just not fly anymore.
Industry analyst David Field says some airlines may not survive.
We're going to see probably another airline bankruptcy or two.
Expensive fuel also means big changes for automobile makers. America's 2 largest car companies, General Motors and Ford, have posted huge losses from slumping U.S. sales. GM chairman Rick Wagoner says his company, like Ford, will close some factories where its least fuel-efficient vehicles are made.
We can't sit back and wait for U.S. conditions to improve. We need to continue to be proactive and even take some very tough actions to ensure our survival and our success.
Terry Schachschneider will lose his job when GM closes the truck plant where he works.
Well, they got 3 plants making these big things, and the gas mileage is terrible on them. So, they probably only need 1 plant.
The auto industry is shifting its focus to smaller, more fuel-efficient cars and developing vehicles that run on other sources of energy, like hydrogen and electricity and biofuels. Meanwhile, some people are looking for alternatives to motorized transport. In Los Angeles, Ramona Marks avoids the crowded freeways and rides her bicycle to work.
I'm hopeful for the city and for the people who live here that, some people are making a change for the better.
In Washington, Chuck Wilsker leads an organization of people who work at home via the telephone and computer.
I've never had more calls. I've never seen more buzz. There hasn't been more press than once gasoline hit $4 a gallon.
It's clear that such a wide-ranging problem will require a broad variety of solutions. Kent Klein, VOA News, Washington.